Still no hot tub. I guess for a while yet I'm just a nothing special curmudgeon. Got my Norwegian TV going on behind me though, that's good. Snow on the ground. So what I want to think about this morning is I came up a long time ago with an aphorism. If you cannot solve a problem, then make it worse until someone who can solve it does. And I've seen a lot of places where that would be a satisfactory application, or something that could actually be done. So for example, there was a thing in the news the other day about some guy on an airplane wouldn't quit farting. So a bunch of passengers got involved. I guess there was a fracas. They had to land the plane early. 4 people who didn't have anything to do with the hitting and apparently didn't have anything to do with the farting have been banned, can't ride on the airplane anymore. But now, it'd be great if you'd had a big load of garbanzo beans and garlic the day before and you could make the problem worse. But what if you carried a whistle, and so you just blew this whistle? You're not actually disrupting the flight or anything like that. And so when they ask you to quit blowing the whistle, you say, well, I want you to take this guy who's farting and move him up to the jump seat in front of first class. We shouldn't have to smell this. Move him or make him sit in the toilet the whole time. Anyway, so you get my point. Make the problem worse until someone who can solve it does. If you just complain, hey, this guy's farting, what are they going to do? Nothing. Okay. So another one that came up today was a friend of mine was at dollar store, something like that. And there's some guy swaggering up and down the aisles, cocky smile on his face, and he's packing 6-shooters on his hips. Open carry. Totally legal. Well, now, what if you went to the owner of the store and you said, I really wish that you'd have this guy leave the store? Well, all right, so possibilities are the owner would say, no, I don't choose to do that. I don't want to confront him. Or he'd say, I can't, state law or city ordinance, whatever, makes it so that I can't exclude the guy. All right, but if he just won't do it, then you approach and you say, well, here's what we're going to do. I've got 20 friends, and we're going to come by probably during your busiest time of the day, busiest day of the week, 20 of us with shotguns, pistols, and rifles, and we're going to just walk around your store and shop with our open carry. And we'll see how much business you do with 20 people carrying weapons if you won't make this one guy go away. I think the owner would make him go away at that point. All right, but what if he says, well, I can't because there's a city ordinance or a state law that says I have to let him walk around the store open carry. Well, then you go down to City Hall and you say, I got 20 friends and we all have weapons, and so what we're going to do is we're going to show up and do this to stores and ruin their business unless we can count on you that if someone is walking around a store with a weapon, the store owner is allowed to call you, and you will then send an officer at high speed, sirens blaring, everything, get an officer there in minutes, and then the officer is to tail this person around the store and around the shopping mall till he gets in his car and drives away. So you can't prevent him, but we want an officer there to protect everyone. Okay, and if you won't do that, then expect to see this large group of people walking through the stores in your city carrying weapons, and we'll see, I think you'll be hearing from the owners on this. So why don't you give some thought to what? Oh, okay, wait. Here's another problem. So we live in a society that celebrates violence, and so we can't seem to get rid of guns, and we can't seem to stop gun violence. Well, what if we made the problem worse? And what if the problem is that we live in a violence-worshiping culture? Well, then let's go out and worship some violence until our legislators look at it and say, geez, what a sick place to live. I don't think I want to raise my family in a country this sick. I mean, we're all saying that. Why the hell aren't they saying that? So what we do is, let's have parties. Every time there's a big shooting, we'll throw a party to celebrate the martyrs of the Second Amendment. All those little dead children are martyrs of the Second Amendment. So we'll hold a party to celebrate these martyrs of the Second Amendment. We'll have potato guns and Nerf guns, and we'll shoot each other with them, and we'll set off firecrackers, and we'll read the Second Amendment, I don't know, 15, 20 times till we're goddamn sick of it. And we'll take videos and we'll send them to Congress, and, you know, maybe we'll have some blood, and we'll smear blood. But at any rate, what I'm trying to say is, we don't want to live in this violent worshiping culture. They apparently do. So let's wake them up. You know, let's make the culture a little more repulsive to them, or as repulsive to them as it is to us. What do you think? If you can't solve a problem, make it worse until someone who can solve it does. Have a good morning, and if you got a hot tub, you know, give me a call. Boy, I'd sure like to come over.